We'll do the value packs first and then hit the big stuff. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, I love the Prism packs. Especially when we can get some QBs on the red, white, and blues. And we did get Jaden last time, so I want to see more of that. We'll be good to go. All right, good luck, everybody. Let me get positioned here. I might have to move old Sombrero. He's trying to hog the camera. Thompson, Andre Ware, Zach Moss, Puka, Peyton Manning, Charbonnet, Aaron Rodgers. We got Don Beebe on the silver for Buffalo, Flournoy on the green for Dallas, Eric Dickerson, Jonathan Allen, Devin Leary going to Baltimore, Latu on the Prismatic, Tua on the Prism Break, and a Will Reichard starting things off for the Vikings. All right. Easing into it. We got Jesse Bates, Michael Dean Perry, Josh Allen, Ricky, Kelsey, Hopkins, Blankenship, Nealon on the silver going to the Cowboys, PS2, Christian McCaffrey, Newton for Washington. Don't troll us, Washington. Kirk Cousins. We got Kelsey on the Prism Break. We got Bryce Young on the Prism Fireworks. Joe Milton for New England and a kid reporter. Yeah, I don't want to see a break where we get all the Washington players except Jaden. J Morg, we just started. We are just getting going here. Greg, Julius, Kyler, Kyle Duggar, Marcus Allen, Wagner, Phil Sims. We got Brian Burns on the silver for the Giants. Khalil Mack for the Chargers. ETN, Willie Gay. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Bo Nix. Nice hit going to Mr. Wonderling. Nice hit, Rick. We approve. We approve. And look behind that. We had a Jaden on the Fireworks and a Xavier Worthy on the Green Emergent with a Braylon Trice. Good pack. All right, that's the way we like it. All right, Stinky, I'm trying to get 10 Jadens for you in this break. That's one. We'll keep count. Hey, Browns fan. How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Welcome in. Jamar Chase. Terrell Cribbs. Kobe Turner. Reggie Wayne. Debo. Dexter Jackson. We got, look at that, Bucky Irving on the silver. That's nice for Tampa Bay. Beauty. Dalton Kincaid, Nick Bosa, Johnny Wilson for the Eagles, Julius Peppers, Baker on the Fireworks, Brian Thomas Jr. on the Green Emergent we like, and a Darius Robinson for Arizona. All right. You'd be happy with 10? That's my goal for you. It's up to Sombrero Cat, though. If Sombrero Cat says okay, it'll happen. Sometimes he just goes, you know what? You hit one, Stinky. And you don't like the mashups, so you got to live with what you get. You know that Sombrero Cat. He's pretty fickle. Oh, man. Browns fan, you think there's going to be a second break? Maybe there will be. You never know. James Cook, Muhammad, Cortland Sutton, Sam Darnold, Chris Jones, A.J. Brown, Dotson. We got Geno on the silver going to Seattle. Romeo Dobbs for Green Bay. Will Anderson, Daniel Jones, and a Brendan Rice on the red, white, and blue. We approve. Jonathan Brooks on the Emergent. And Najee on the Hype Prism. With a Ray Davis going to Buffalo. They do, Browns fan. They really, really do. And apparently I do, because I was going to take the weekend off. Yeah, Stinky. Great minds think alike, don't they? Or crazy minds. James Conner, Chase Brown, Javante, Jordan Love, Favre, Palomalu, Chris Olave. We got Max Crosby on the silver going to the Raiders. CJ Mosley for the Jets. Rashad White. There we go. Malik Neighbors for the Giants. Red, white, and blue. Beauty. Kyler Murray. We got Mahomes on the fireworks. Dallas Turner on the prismatic. And a Jalen Polk for New England. All right. The red, white, and blues are they're doing their job today. Yeah, TikTok does want me to break more, Browns fan, and apparently I do too, because I can't stay away. So maybe you will see me again after I eat some lunch. I don't know. What am I going to do with the day? Corey Dillon, Derrick Henry, Micah, T-Law, Aaron Jones, Morton Anderson, Devontae, Zay Flowers on the silver for Baltimore, Nealand for the Cowboys, Tyreek, Krieg, Mason Smith for the Jags. We got Derek Carr on the fireworks. Nice. Green Emergent Keon Coleman. We approve. And another Malik Neighbors. Why not? Why not, Giants? Look at the Giants today. BWR. I know BWR approves. Yeah, maybe I should have said 10 Malik Neighbors instead of Jaden's. I might have made a mistake, Stinky. Oh, McConkey time. All right. Herman Moore, T. Higgins, Andre Rison, Harrison Butker, Josh Jacobs, Emmanuel Forbes, Brock Purdy. We got Jordan Jefferson on the silver for the Jags. Dak on the green. Conklin, Devin Culp for Tampa Bay. Josh Allen for Buffalo. Drake May on the Emergent. We approve. Breece Hall on the hype. And a Devin Leary for Baltimore. Anthony, TikTok did not show that comment, I think, to everybody. I don't think you need to do that, Anthony. We're good here. We're good here. We got 40 people hanging out here. Appreciate you guys. Hey, Kimberly, Dak Prescott, Kincaid, PS2, Quentin Johnston, Frank Gore, Davis, Sherman. We got Big Play Slay on the silver going to the Eagles. Dante Hall on the green. Bledsoe. Simmons. There we go. Ricky Pearsall for the 49ers. Nice. George Kittle on the hype. Prismatic Prism. Malik. That's 3. And a Newton. And they continue to troll us, Stinky. They continue with the trolling. Why? Why are they going to do that to us, Stinky? How you doing, Kimberly? Yeah, BWR. That's your third Malik. And one of them was on a red, white, and blue, and we love that. All right, we got Bland, BB, Hendrickson, Stingley, Karloftis, Cam Chancellor, Wilson. Look at that. Silver, JJ, We approve. Good one, Vikings. Andre Rison on the green. C.J. Mosley. Look at that. Caleb on the red, white, and blue. What a great pack. Nice hit, Bears. Jesse Bates. Puka on the hype. Roma Dunze on the prismatic prism. And a Will Shipley. What a great pack. Yeah, that's fantastic. Red, white, and blue, Caleb, and a silver JJ. I'm doing great, Kimberly. As I've said, I worked hard all week, did 3 breaks on Friday even, to take the weekend off, and I was going crazy yesterday, not streaming. I barely made it through the day. So here I am today. I gave up fighting. I had to come back. All right, I'm glad I did. We're doing some good work today. All right, Brian Jordan, Zeke, Shakir, Vinatieri, Herbie. We got Treylon Burks, Mike Quick, Tajay on the silver going to the Titans. TJ for the Vikings. We got AR, Brandon Ayuk, Cade Stover going to Houston on the red, white, and blue. Brian Thomas Jr. on the prismatic for the Jags. DK on the prism break, and a Johnny Wilson. I swear the Eagles get more last cards in these packs than any other team. It's like half the time it's an Eagle. It seems like half the time. Yeah, I'll say Brian Thomas Jr., he can hide in my breaks. I'm always happy to see him show up because he can hide. All right, last pack. We got Mims, Tyson Bagent, Trey McBride, Dalton Schultz, Aaron Donald, Arrington, Kittle, Tony Baselli on the silver for the Jags, Singletary for the Giants. We got Drew Brees. Braden Fisk going to the Rams. Rams have been quiet. There you go, Rams. Dean Perry for the Browns. Kirk on the Prism break. Look at there. Bo Nix on the Fireworks Prism. We approve. And a Brendan Rice for the Chargers. But we're still looking for Ladd. We're trying. We're trying. Yeah, you just got to tune in here. Yeah, there's a guy named Mike Pratt who likes to show up in my streams. Good guy, but he seems to bring Michael Pratt with him, and we are not a fan. We're going to do the select first, and we'll end on the resurgence. Good luck, everybody. Been a minute since we opened one of these bad boys. Empty box. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully we find some wonderful good things in here. We got Dexter Lawrence, Sandra Still for Washington, T-Law on the Prism, Ed McCaffrey on the Disco going to Denver. I love Discos. Tyler Nubin and Mahomes starting us off. All right, we need to see some big name offensive players here. Make sure I got that right. Okay. We got Mahomes. We got Dowdle for the boys. Boomer on the silver going to the Jets with a Brett Favre on the Disco. For Atlanta, that is so bizarre that they would do that. Brett Favre going to Atlanta on the disco. That's wild. Kirby Joseph and a Will Levis. Yeah, somebody's like, hey, you know what? We got to put Brett Favre in there. But check this out. We're going to put him on Atlanta. Like, okay. That feels like a thick pack. We'll save that one for the end. Hey, All Grit, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. I did have a great weekend, but I couldn't sit still, so here I am. Ferguson, Cooper Rush, Levante David, I don't know what we got there. Ricky Pearsall for the 49ers. Malik Neighbors again. We'll take it. And Jabril Peppers going to New England. That is 44 out of 49 going to New England. Going to Mr. Wonderling. Take that, and I think that's our fourth Malik. He can't stay away. All right, and I don't know what we got in here. Maybe we got a mem? I'm guessing. We do. We got something here. We got something here, guys. It looks gold, too. It looks gold. Overshown. Van Ginkel, good luck on whatever we got here. Zerline. Gabe Davis. Come on, be good here. What else we got here? We got Riley Moss. That's going to Denver. That one is 2 out of 49. Oh, come on. For the Jets. Braden McGregor for the Jets. Sick patch. That's got to be out of 10. It is 4 out of 10 for the Jets. That's wild. That is crazy. Braden McGregor. And I don't know much about old Braden McGregor. But that is a crazy sick card for sure. Hold on a second here. Yeah, Stinky, what are you doing? I thought Stinky was going to... There we go. All right. I took care of it. All right. Clearly he was bricked up. All right, nice hit for the Jets. Who had the Jets today? TMB. Nice hit, TMB. I can't really tell you anything about Braden McGregor, though, but that is a sick card. He is a rookie, but I don't know anything about him. We needed you, Stinky. Yeah, it's funny, some of the rookies that end up getting into select are some that you haven't seen in any of the other products. So I can't tell you anything about him. I don't know anything about him. Seems like a nice guy, though. All right, Resurgence is next. I'm never going to complain when we hit a gold RPA out of Select H2. That is awesome. And we got 3 more autos coming in this, including an RPA. So more goodness to come. Empty box. Yes, I bet he's a stand-up guy. And if it doesn't work out in the NFL for him, I am sure he will make a fine assistant manager at the car wash, which is where former NFL players end up. As far as I'm concerned, that's where they end up, at the car wash. Dan Marino, Dawkins, Frank Gore, Bob Greasy. Xavier Legette on the refractor. Xavier Worthy on the circuit breakers. Cole Bishop and Rook for Atlanta. That's right, Stinky. At the car wash. Braden's at the car wash. I can't say he's at the car wash. I don't know if he's on the team. He's got to be on the team, right? They wouldn't make an RPA of a player that's not on the team come select time. So I just don't know anything about him. So, except he's a stand-up guy. Which we've already verified he's a stand-up guy. Jamal Charles, Fred Taylor, Favre, Newsom, Hines Ward on the refractor, Blake Corum on the circuit breakers. We like that, Rams. Eric All for the Bengals, and a Mims. A little back-to-back Bengals action. What's up, who dat? Oh, Kimberly, what? Are you sure? He didn't just say he worked at the car wash then? Because that's sketchy. If he worked at the car wash and he's not a stand-up guy, I don't know, something's not adding up. Bryce Young, Ray Lewis, Boomer, Joe Thomas, Luke McCaffrey, 210 out of 399. Stinky. John Elway on the conductors, a Cade Stover, and a Jared Wiley for KC. They're at it again, Stinky. That looks like an RPA right there, which means that might be an auto, I think. If we're going in reverse, let's see. Tim Brown, Bradshaw, Largent, Aaron Donald. We got Devontae Walker on the refractor for the Ravens. Xavier Worthy Voltaic, we approve. Cooper DeJean and a Bucky Irving. A fine pack there. We approve. Need a Caleb. Yes. And you know what? We haven't seen... Someone was asking for Marvin Harrison. Who else do we need? Who else you guys needing out there? This is the time. We got 3 autos coming. You got that Caleb red, white, and blue, though. That is nice. We approve of that greatly. All right. Oh, that's right, Ladd McConkey. All right. Marshall Faulk, Lawrence Taylor, Jerome Bettis, Eddie George, Cedric Gray for the Titans, 167 out of 175. Frank Gore on the Voltaic for the 49ers. Jatavian Sanders and a Terrion Arnold for the Lions. The Lions have been kind of quiet as well. Oh, you missed it. Yes, we hit a red, white, and blue Caleb. We approved. Joe Montana, Earl Campbell, Barry, Michael Irvin. For the Dolphins, Malik Washington hitting with our first auto. Marshawn Lloyd on the circuit breakers for Green Bay. Mason Smith and a Jalen Wright. All right. First auto. That still leaves us in good shape on our RPA, I'd say. And Miami in this one. BWR. Yes. That is yours. You're on the board. Thurman Thomas, Michael Vick, Okoye. We got Jermaine Burton for the Bengals on the refractor. What is this? I think we got a case hit here, I think. Roman Wilson. I think we got a case hit. Isaiah Davis. Brett Favre on the conductors. We had Brett Favre on all teams he could be on now. And what do we got here? It is a case hit. On the wired, Marshawn Lloyd for Green Bay. Beauty case hit right there for Green Bay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And Green Bay, MGA. There you go, MGA. Oh, you think so, Stinky? It might. It might. It might. I don't know how Topps does that. To be honest, they give you a case hit, they take one of the autos away. I hope they don't do that. But they might. They might. Let's hope not. I think this pack would be the other auto if we do have another auto. I guess I don't know how that works with them. Jerry Rice, Kelsey, Tom Brady, Adrian Peterson, Isaac Bruce on the refractor. We got Terry Bradshaw, Glimmer and Gleam, Chris Braswell, and a Carte for the Rams. Oh, they did that to Primo? All right, then. We may be just down to the RPA then. Isaac Bruce, Hines Ward, Will Levis, Doug Flutie. Torrey Holt is 154 out of 199. Ricky Williams, Voltaic, Jackson Powers Johnson, and a Kingsley Suamataya. And I'm just assuming I am pronouncing that right, and I like the way I say it, so Suamataya it is around here. Singletary, Aikman, JJ, Drew Brees. Look at that. It did not take it away, apparently. Bo Nix. Sweet. On the auto, just jumping right out at us. Fire. We got fire in the house, Mr. Wonderling. There you go, buddy. There you go. Because we still got an RPA. That pack, that last pack definitely has RPA. Nice hit, Mr. Wonderling. Beauty. That is beauty right there. Bo Nix. And behind him we had Troy Aikman, 52 out of 49 on the conductors. Lassiter and a Leofau. Sweet. Case hit and a Bo Nix auto? That's pretty good stuff. It didn't approve of the other word. Interesting. I don't know what we're doing all these. Trying to keep these together. All right, Bo, you're in front. All right. Well, let's see what we got left here. I thought this might be a auto, but apparently this is just a pack. It's just a pack. Jones Drew, Terrell Davis, Nunez, McMahon, Will Levis On the refractor, Trey Benson is 106 out of 275 on the Voltaic going to Arizona. Jaden, that's number 2. Stinky. Number 2. And a Junior Colson for the Chargers. Jaden number 2. Is there any chance they give us a massive RPA in addition to Bo Nix and a case hit? That would be pretty crazy, Stinky, if this next pack, it's all Jaden's. Nothing but Jaden's. We would definitely approve of that. All right. Good luck, guys. I'll do a recap after this. I'll help you out if you had a rough break like I always do. And hopefully, I don't know what they're going to give us here after what we've gotten so far. But good luck. Freeman, Peyton Manning, Dan Fouts, Eli, pull from the back, Malik again. We got Joe Alt. What this is? Oh, Glimmer and Gleam for Pittsburgh, James Harrison. And Stinky. You do get a parting gift, Stinky. Luke McCaffrey on the amped up RPA. Player worn, Stinky. Player worn. That is your parting gift. There's no way they're going to give us a Jaden Daniels after giving us Bo Nix and a case hit. That just wasn't in the cards. Better than nothing. Yeah, I know. Gibby, you know I'm going to be helping out those who need it after I sort all this. Like always, Mr. Wonderling, congrats. You couldn't ask for more than that, my friend. And let me do a recap here. Yeah, some people did very well, and others will need a little help. We'll need a little help. But we're here to help. I'm here to help. That's what I do. I help. Appreciate you guys helping me out here with my TikTok addiction. All right, let's do a recap. We had Torrey Holt for the Rams out of 199. Riley Moss was for Denver out of 49. Malik, we had a lot of Maliks. Jabril Peppers was out of 49 for New England. Brett Favre on all teams in this one. This one for Atlanta on the disco. Ed McCaffrey on the disco for Denver. Bo Nix on the Fireworks Prism. Denver rocked it out. Brian Thomas Prismatic. Caleb on the red, white, and blue. JJ on the silver prism. Roma Dunze, prismatic prism. Malik, prismatic prism. Drake May, emergent. Keon Coleman, green emergent. Malik Neighbors on the red, white, and blue. We had Brendan Rice for the Chargers. Bucky Irving on the silver. Xavier Worthy, green emergent. Jaden on the fireworks. Bo Nix on the red, white, and blue. I forgot we got him on that too. Trey Benson, Voltaic out of 275 for Arizona. Troy Aikman out of 249. Cedric Gray out of 175. Xavier Worthy, Voltaic. Bucky. Cooper DeJean for the Eagles. Luke McCaffrey out of 399. Blake Corum, Circuit Breakers. Leggett on the refractor. Jaden. Xavier Worthy, Circuit Breakers. We had Luke McCaffrey on the amped up. Malik Washington. We had Marshawn Lloyd on the wired case hit. Braden McGregor gold RPA 4 out of 10 for the Jets. Ricky Parasol. Ricky Parasol on the red, white, and blue. Malik again. Brian Thomas on the green emergent. And, of course, Bo Nix, beauty, going to Mr. Wonderling. Nice hit, Rick. Congrats.